Hello, my name is Paul Frankel, winemaker at Sculpterra Winery. I grew up on the property. In fact, my mom and dad bought this land in 1979. We didn't move here till '89. I was born in 1986, so I've lived here all my life. We moved here when I was only 2.5 years old. So this is really what I've known, what I've grown up doing, and what I enjoy and love doing. From an early age, I loved being outside. I loved exploring. I loved being on this property, over 260 acres of land. So I got to run around, see the oak trees, the land, the creek, the hills, and I've just experienced it from a young age. We didn't plant vines till 1993, and at that time we planted strictly Cabernet. We sold our fruit from 1993 to 2005, but in the back of my dad's mind, he thought, it'd be nice to eventually make our own wine from our fruit. Up till that point, we sold our grapes to other wineries in the area, but I know in the back of his mind, he thought, it'd be great to make wine from our fruit. I know we grow excellent grapes, and this would really work to make our own wine. He didn't know that his son, Paul, that's me, would make the wine. But it all came together when my dad met the artist. His name is John Jagger, and we met him at our church. He was commissioned by my father to build all these sculptures. These are all his original works of art. And my dad was inspired to not only build a tasting room, but to build an art gallery using his art as the theme. That's where we get our name. Sculpterra is the blending of sculptures and land, tierra in Spanish, terra in Italian, Sculpterra. So from that moment when we met John Jagger, we decided, this works. We can use his art as the theme of the winery, and we wouldn't tell him what sculptures to make. He actually looked at everything that he's made throughout his lifetime, and he decided, hey, you know what? I want to do a puma, I want to do a cat, I want to do an elephant, bronze horses, and he made these sculptures for us over about 3.5 years. Yeah, I've been making wine since 2008, and I've learned to just be true to the grapes. The way I make wine, my winemaking style is primarily, it sounds very simple, but it's very true. I want to make a Grenache taste like a Grenache and a Cab taste like a Cab. I want to bring out the best of the grapes, and it really starts in the vineyard. I don't think you could be a winemaker without knowing the fruit that you work with. You have to be involved in the vineyard. You have to know, hey, I'm getting grapes from this block, it's on this hillside, it's a microclimate that is treated this way. And making wine in multiple lots, that's a big part of my, how I make wine is I pick in multiple lots. Picking in multiple lots ensures that you don't throw all your eggs into one basket. But what I mean by that is we can pick an early lot, a middle lot, a late lot. I can make three of the same wine, but picked at different times. And that's key, because I can have a wine that maybe is weak in mouthfeel, a wine that's really strong in mouthfeel, and a wine that's right down the middle. Then you get different amounts of aromas, the bouquets are different. And then at the end, when I bottle or blend, I've got lots of things I can choose from. I can make a wine medium-bodied, heavy-bodied, even a light-bodied wine. It gives me multiple options if I pick at multiple times throughout the harvest. Another interesting fact is that we grow 12 different grapes on the property. So I was thrown into this and I love doing it, and just that fact alone that we can grow 12 different grapes, and I've got multiple ways to make these wines, and it really just goes down to experimentation, what I've liked doing, what type of yeast I want to use, oak barrels, aging in barrels, fermentation style. It really goes down to being an experimenter, and I love to experiment. It makes every harvest fun. Yeah, one awesome thing we do for our wine club is these wine club pickup parties. It's an experience where you can taste the wines that are being released, but not just that. I always do a barrel tasting, library tastings. They can taste the full flight of all the wines that we make. We have food, we have lots of music going, and it's a time when I get to talk to the customers, find out what they like about the wines, what they're interested in doing outside of the winery, and it's just a lot of fun for everybody involved.